Hey guys, Mr. Marone here with Topic 6's video for your summer packet, which is area and volume. And this one will be the least detailed video that you have, simply because with area and volume you have so many formulas and there's so many different figures that I just wanted to provide you with the different formulas so that you have something to reference. When it comes to area, these are the 6 figures that you'll see most often. And they gave us a couple examples here. They gave us the triangle, the rectangle, the square, the parallelogram, the trapezoid, and the circle. And if you notice, some of them have shortcut formulas for perimeter, like the rectangle and the square have shorter formulas. Perimeter, we're just measuring the outside of the figure, so you would just add up the sides, where other ones, it just gives us a little bit of an easier way than counting all of the sides up. Now, just a couple common pitfalls with these. When you look at the parallelogram, this one in the bottom left corner, notice that when we deal with height, we are dealing with a right angle there. Okay, in order to have a height of any figure, it even happens with the triangle as well, we have, once again, a right angle here. It has to be a perpendicular line in order for us to have height. So just be sure to keep that in mind as you go through it. The same thing pops up with trapezoid down here as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then they gave us information for the circle as well. If you would like to utilize these formulas while you're working through the area piece of this project, feel free to pause the video at this point and reference those. Now, with volume, we've got 5 different figures we're going to look at. In each of these, I've given you the volume formulas, and it's fairly well labeled. I just want to talk about a couple common pitfalls. The middle one, where it says all other prisms, that's when you get, a triangular prism or a trapezoidal prism, any of these other figures that aren't a rectangle on the base, or a circle for cylinders. When you get those, you have to use the area formulas we just looked at and find the area of the base, and then you have to find the height between the 2 bases. So if you look closely at our all other prisms example, we've got 2 bases here. They shaded the bottom one for us, and I'm going to shade the top one in too. Okay, so we've got those 2 bases. We would find the area of each of them, or area of just one of them, and then find the height between the 2. That gives us our volume for those figures. And then the last 2 figures, once again, if you want to pause at this point, you can use these formulas to solve any of the volume problems that are in your packet. The final 2 are the pyramid and the cone. Now, pyramids are just a family or a kind of an offspring of the prisms. They are 1/3 the volume or the area of the base times the height of the figure. Okay? And then cones are going to be the same thing with cylinders. A cone is 1/3 times pi times radius squared times height, which they've given you there. And once again, these formulas can be used just by plugging in the information given. The hardest part is with the pyramid when you've got to find the area of the base, depending on what that base might be. Feel free to pause this as you work through it and use any of the formulas as you see fit. Stay tuned for the last video in the series coming up next.